Okay, so I have a very interesting story. It's about a YouTube executive that decided to call the cops on an African American man just because of how they look. Now, this guy, he was visiting his friend, so he was okay, he's okay to be there, but this guy, he decided to freak out. Now, the YouTube executive, why would he even call the cops in the first place? I don't know, but he decided to do that and decided to have like a little power trip or something. This whole entire issue was sparked when the man was basically going through the apartment area that this other man was living at, and he freaked out, like legit freaked out. He was like, "You're not supposed to be here, like who are you here for?" He was asking a lot of questions. Now, the very interesting thing about this is how his son reacted. I'm not sure if his son knew who the man was or have seen him before or whatever, but basically, he literally has a son that looks like he's about 5 years old, something like that, right? I'm not gonna make, total assumptions. I don't really care. But basically, you have a kid, and they're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" They're telling their parent that. So yeah, I guess the YouTube executive keeps it on. He keeps calling the cops, and the guy that's recording, like, I'm about to play this clip, but the guy that's recording, he's really just like, "Okay, whatever, I guess you're gonna do this, fine, whatever." Like, that's what I would do if I was in the situation and somebody's calling the cops on me for no reason. I'd be like, "Go ahead, I have nothing to hide." So the guy, he just acts like that. He doesn't care. And it turned out the son that was ending up crying, telling his dad to stop, ended up being much wiser than him in the end. Because what happened is the man, he was able to prove himself, able to prove that he was visiting a friend. He wasn't just there for anything else. He was visiting a friend. That's what was going on. No trespassing.
I'm recording you right now, and you're going to be the next person. Look at this.
You don't need to threaten me. You just need to
I'm not threatening you.
You are.
I'm not threatening you.
I'm going to be the next person what?
You're just going to be the next person on TV.
There's a trespasser in my building.
Daddy,
Oh.
To leave and he's,
please go.
Listen to your son.
Daddy, go.
1868
It's the better. I agree with him.
And the thing is that when you want to make an assumption in America, it's one thing. But if you want to act like you're the police or you're like Antifa or something, that's what this guy was doing, okay? When I have a problem, if I have a problem with somebody and I really, really need to call the cops, it has to be absolute for me. It has to be top of the line extreme, first of all. But second of all, it's like, okay, you do have to be mature the way that you handle things. Was he very mature around the other guy that he's calling the cops on? Not really. He wasn't very mature about it. So it's like, you can't just threaten somebody, and I feel like in a way, he kind of was threatening him. He's like, "Okay, I'm just going to call the cops." And he starts giving away his description for no reason. If he was there for hours and hours, you would be scared. But he's probably there for about 10 minutes, which is why I'm like, okay, this is so extreme. This guy, his name's Chris. I'm not going to say his last name, but, he does deserve a second chance, I do think. I think that in a way, he wasn't actually being racist. I think that he was just, making a lot of assumptions too, because he also said that his dad was murdered by a trespasser, and I do believe him. I don't think that he's just going to make that up just for this one situation. If you think about it, why would he make this up just for the one situation? So I do think that happened. I do think that something really bad and traumatic happened to his father, and that's why he's reacting the way that he's reacting, because of the history that he's had. But also at the same time, I understand why the guy that is literally filming him is putting this up, because it is very ridiculous. And the most annoying thing to me is the factor that the guy that was recording the video, he was literally being asked, "Oh, do you want to call your call box and have your friend talk to me?" Like, you don't have to prove that. If I was there and I was visiting a friend, if I was this guy, I was visiting a friend. Somebody said that to me, and they're like, prove it. Prove that you're here visiting a friend. I'd say, screw off. Like, I don't have to tell you anything. I don't have to tell you what friend I'm visiting. I have to tell you why I'm here. You can just go away. And if you want to call the cops, go ahead, because you're calling the cops for no reason. You look stupid. That's how this guy was. He wanted to call the cops for absolutely no reason. That's what he did. And now he looks stupid for it. He's being criticized all over online. Nobody likes him, and nobody likes what he did. If you're being recorded by someone and they're taking advantage of you, or they're just being downright, illegal, then you should record it just like Wesley did. Get the proof, get it on camera, and then upload that, because that's your evidence. That's your way of saying what happened in the story instead of them saying what happened. Really, you could have heard a whole entire lie that this guy was spreading, and you have Wesley that proved what really happened on the phone. On that note, I'm gonna head out, but there's a lot of videos on my channel if you want to go check them out. I'm gonna have another video coming very shortly, and if you want to support my work, then you could go down below to my bio to support my PayPal, or else I have a link for my Subscribe Star. So I'll check you next time.